Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Man here. Hope you're doing well. So we have finally come to the end of an era. It is the end of an era. Man, so close, but so far. About the DCEU. The DCEU started in 2013 with Man of Steel. It looked amazing. It was amazing. Hope, just like the F on the symbol, stands for hope. Hope for this DCEU. After Marvel just finished with their first Avengers movie a year prior, we thought, oh, we're going to get a new cinematic universe that's going to rival Marvel, the DCEU. And 10 years later, it comes to an end with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Aquaman 2. I was a fan of the first Aquaman movie. I think that movie is very entertaining, very fun. Something at the time you didn't hear from DC movies. They're not fun. They're not, funny. They're all dark and moody and grim. And everyone seems mad and angry and upset. Let's have some fun. And Aquaman was the first only DCU movie to make $1 billion at the box office. Man of Steel did it. Batman v Superman did it. Justice League did it. Aquaman, Arthur Curry, the Fishman, Fishy Fish. Where on Entourage, they make a joke about Aquaman. Well, here's the joke on you. It's the only movie in the DCU to make $1 million. Ha ha. Take that, James Cameron. Get into Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Positives. Jason Mamoa. My man. He, once again, does a great job. He's funny. He's charming. He's a badass. I loved his chemistry in this one with Patrick Wilson. They even make a joke about that in the movie, and that's actually pretty funny. Their chemistry is great in this. You really believe them as brothers in this film. Their bromance is awesome. Their adventure together. This is like a buddy cop or buddy comedy movie, and it works. Patrick Wilson, I thought he was great in here. And it is funny that he's a lot more serious in this movie, even though this movie is so funny and fun and lighthearted. But Patrick is like, I'm going for my Oscar. I'm going for it. And I like Patrick Wilson. I remember all the way back 20 years ago, and when he showed up in the Phantom of the Opera with Gerard Butler. He's always good. I like what he does. He's fun here. Like that he's great with Jason Momoa. I like the brother dynamic. That was a huge plus for this movie. Like, once Patrick Wilson enters the film, which is I would say that's almost a good 40 minutes in the movie until he finally shows up. And once he does, him and Jason Momoa are just, I can see a whole other movie with them. But since the DCU is ending, we're not going to get that movie. Humor. This movie's very funny. The first one had a lot of humor too. But this one, I think they knew, like, you know what, let's just make a fun movie. Why not? Let's just make it entertaining. This is the last movie that's going to come out. What do we got to lose? Nothing. So this movie's very funny. I enjoyed a lot of the humor. Even some of the goofier, silly humor. You know what? I was just along for the ride. Why not? My man! And this movie had a lot of action in it. I like the action. The action worked. A lot of the action scenes, either underwater or on the surface, are cool, fun to watch. Even the special effects. For some reason, the DCU, we had the Flash out earlier this year, and the CGI in that was horrendous. But somehow with Blue Beetle and now Aquaman, the CGI looks really good. Go figure. I don't know if they use different special effects houses to do the CGI for the Flash versus Blue Beetle and Aquaman. But Aquaman CGI looked great. My negatives with this movie. I did think the first act was kind of slow. Until we really see Patrick Wilson show up, it just kind of goes. We do spend a lot of time with Yahya Abdul-Mateen, Black Manta, and Randall Park. But still, I'm like, okay, let's get to Patrick Wilson. Oh, hi, Amber Heard. I thought it was a little like, come on, let's get going. Let's get the plot moving here. This is the last movie in the DCEU, so let's get a move on. It doesn't wrap up the DCEU. That's the other thing. I thought, since they had a whole year delay for this movie, they would have, and by then they knew that the DCU was going to end after this movie. So they literally had a whole year to maybe have some kind of wrap up, like a real ending, a real send-off to not only Aquaman, but, Batman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, whatever. That's why I said when you watch the Flash movie, that felt like more of an ending of the DCEU than this Aquaman movie does. So they would have been better off putting Aquaman out than putting the Flash at the end of the year. And it would have helped maybe doing some better CGI in the Flash. Amber Heard. Now, I was not going to see this movie because of Amber Heard. But then I was like, you know what? I enjoyed the first Aquaman movie. This is the last one in the DCEU. I should really go see it. I don't want to see it because of Amber Heard. Warner Brothers did the dirty. They fired Johnny Depp for Fantastic Beasts 3. But they didn't fire Amber Heard for Aquaman 2 because they didn't wait for the verdict to come out. And lo and behold, Johnny Depp wins the trial. Amber Heard looks like a piece of shit. But they never, even then, that was a year and a half ago, early 2022, when that verdict came out. They could have gone back and reshot the whole Aquaman 2 with a different actress to play Mara. And here's my problem. Amber Heard is in very little of this movie. Apparently they did take out like half of her scenes, but they still left a good... Someone said 20 minutes. I don't think it's 20 minutes. I think it's less than 20 minutes. I would say maybe 10 minutes, tops. Maybe 15, if you're lucky. And every time she's on screen, it's just random. In, out, in, out. And certain moments you're like, where is Mara? She should be in this scene. And she's not. Like, they have a baby together. Aquaman and, Mara. She's never with her child. It's like, yeah, we can see what you did here. So it's almost like, if you're only going to have her a little bit, just recast. Or if she was a major part of this movie, recast. Or just completely take her out altogether. Because when you just have her in here and there, it feels odd, it feels weird. And like I said, the way, Amber Heard, it wasn't right what Warner Brothers did. I would have much rather seen Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts 3 to finish out that trilogy, whether you like it or not. I thought Johnny Depp was the best part of the second movie in Fantastic Beasts. But you fired him before even the trial. It was just whatever Amber Heard said at the time. But you kept Amber Heard. And then when the trial was over and she lost, you still kept Amber Heard. Overall, like I said, I thought this was very entertaining. I liked how James Wan still also put in his horror elements, like he did with the first one. It was fun, it was entertaining, a 2-hour movie. Fine. Fun popcorn flick. I would still give this like a 3.9 out of 5. I had fun with it. Is it the best DCEU movie? No. But it's definitely not the worst. I would actually put this like right in the middle. Not as good as the first Aquaman, but, not... I would say as far as the sequels that we've gotten in the DCEU, this is the best one, in my opinion. But anyway, that's me here, Matt the Bat. Let me know in the comments below, did you see Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? Are you going to see it? Are you sad the DCEU is ending? Let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to that channel.